One of the things I love doing is helping organizations get ready to face their worst working day. In my experience, one of the best ways to be prepared to face the unexpected is to use scenario-based exercises. My rescue helicopter team used these kinds of exercises all of the time. The picture here was actually a flying mission, but we were able to use this picture to create hundreds of different scenarios and discuss how we might handle the same incident if the waves were bigger, if the weather was worse, if we had a different crew, if we had an alternate helicopter because ours was out on maintenance. We could change 100 parameters using the same exercise and be able to figure out what we would do in all of those circumstances. One of the things about the helicopter is we could never train for real for every circumstance, but we could use scenario-based exercising to get our minds ready for it. So no matter what we faced, we were ready. We never expected that to go wrong. Whatever that happens to be is not an excuse that our clients or our stakeholders want to hear when things do go wrong. If you look around the country, around the world, there are a lot of clues about the things that will go wrong. And one of the big problems is we just refuse to believe it might happen to us. In 2012, the cruise ship Costa Concordia hit rocks and partially sank off the coast of Italy. New Zealand government officials wondered whether New Zealand would be able to deal with a cruise ship sinking close to our shores. So I was engaged to design, write, and facilitate a series of exercises in every police district around the country. Although the exercise was similar, it had to be tweaked each time we ran it because each police district had its own unique set of challenges. A well-designed, written, and facilitated scenario-based exercise will meet your teams where they're at their current experience level. And it should push them, it should stretch them, it should stress them, but it shouldn't break them. The first time we ran the cruise ship exercise in each district, we ran what's called a crawl tabletop exercise. It's the first in a series of exercises where people basically learn to work together. Out of those exercises, a lot of learning was done, plans were updated, training was increased, and then we went around the country again. And this time we ran a walk exercise because the teams had some more experience, their plan was more up to date, and they were ready to be pushed a little bit further. The run exercise for the mass rescue, this time they did functional training. They actually put survivors in the water that had to be rescued by search and rescue staff. People had to be triaged by ambulance. They had to be accounted for and they had to be looked after. So each stage of this mass rescue exercise pushed the teams just a little bit harder. And this is a great way to set up things in your own training. One of the good things about going for worst case scenario, like a cruise ship sinking, is that when a smaller event happens, you're better equipped to deal with it. So in Mount Ruapehu, in the central part of the North Island, a bus crashed with 31 people on board. The mass rescue plan was used. It was pretty well up to date because we had exercised it a short time before, and the teams were ready to work together because they knew how to use the plan thanks to the exercises. Designed and run correctly, scenario-based exercises can validate and stress test your people, your processes, your policies. It helps build experience and confidence in your teams. It identifies gaps. And really importantly, it gives assurance to your C-suite, your board, and your stakeholders that you're ready to face whatever situation strikes next. I have run scenario-based exercises for organizations of all sizes using my proven formula, and these have seen some fantastic results. I strongly believe that scenario-based exercising is the best way to ensure that your team is ready to face its worst working day. Get in touch and let's discuss how I can help you be ready.